Hello, Lee again. Thank you for taking the long way round with me today. I'm continuing where we finished on the last video. I'm going to put more pieces around here. You see this one? Yeah, I'm going to continue doing that around all these edges to give us a kind of cleaner, spaceship look. Don't have to do this, but it's something I like to do, and I find it fun, so why not? Yeah. It's very hot in the UK right now. It's very hot in the UK right now. And where I am particularly aware of this is on the London buses. For whatever reason, and I won't criticise whoever, but the buses can be very hot and humid and sweaty and unpleasant. And please, this is not a criticism of the people that run the buses. The London buses are amazing, and whoever organises those, I tip my hat to you, because what you do makes a big difference to my life and how I can live my life. But anyway, so these buses are hot, and people are stuck on them, and they are made to be in close proximity to other sweaty people. Which is not always 100% pleasant. So, yeah. And this line of thinking really is about how can we adjust, because I'm not asking you to tailor your behaviour to this unless that's your choice, but how can we adjust our behaviour to not make the lives of other people more difficult? Yeah. Yeah, the cat's fighting. Yeah. Why do I suggest we do this? Because as a community, and eventually I would like what we are on here, on this channel, to be a community. I think it's a positive thing to want to enrich in some small way the lives of other people. That's my take on that. It's not necessarily the view of other people, I understand that. think it's important to recognise that that we cannot control how other people's lives are run. If we try to control that, we are going to struggle, because other people just don't have to run their lives how we as an individual think they should. I mean, I want everybody to run their life in a way that brings them the maximum satisfaction that they can achieve. That's how I want them to live their life. That may not be how they choose to do so. And that's great. It's your life. You do what you want to do. I don't have the right, I don't believe, to tell you how you should live. I may have attitudes where I think some of my suggestions would help you. But what I'm actually doing, if I am telling you that the way I live my life would benefit you, what I'm actually saying is that I perceive, I consider that the way you are living your life is not correct. And who the heck am I to say that? I'm another human being living on this planet with my own experiences, thoughts, feelings, and I haven't lived your life. I don't know what your experiences are. I don't know what you had to go through to get where you are. I don't know what sacrifices you chose to make. And quite honestly, I may not have had the strength to achieve what you have in your life. So, yeah. How you choose to live is 100% up to you. Now, there are caveats to that. What's a caveat? There are exceptions to that rule. One is not hurting other people. Don't do it unless they want you to. And sometimes hurting other people is actually what you need to do, verbally. Rarely physically, but it does happen, I suppose. But be aware that you imposing your thoughts and feelings upon that person is you imposing upon them from the world, and it may not be welcome. And they have the right to not respond to what you tell them to do in a way that is how you would like it. Tough, to be honest. So, top edge, what I've done, as you see here, I've gone around that edge, that surface, and I put edging in it, around it. Now I've left a couple of gaps here and here, because I think they're interesting. And I don't know what I intend for those, but I intend something. So, what I want to do now is come along and do the same up all of these edges, although that one I'm going to leave, although I might put something on either side. Probably going to put one here to give it a sharp edge, and just do all the, what would these be, verticals I suppose. Anyway, let's sit and cut those out. So how are you doing today? Is your day working out how you would like it? If not, can you do anything to change that? Should you do anything to change that? Is the really good question. And if you should, or you can, how are you going to do it? How are you going to make that work? And today may have not gone how you wanted it, but you can always make it happen tomorrow, potentially. Again, I don't know your situation, so I may sound completely naive from your point of view. Yeah. If you to my understanding of life, we don't really have control over a lot of what happens. What we can control is how we respond to the things that are presented to us. Now, that is potentially quite difficult to hear. I get that. You know, I have spent many years talking this kind of stuff out with people, and quite honestly, the small understanding of the way life works that I have now has been one through painful experience, and quite honestly, I can still be very wrong. Yeah. Life may actually be all about making money. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. And if it is about that, then what am I going to do about that fact? I remember, and I don't make a judgment on these people, but I remember when I left school, when I was about to leave school at 16, I was told, get a job. Okay. What job? That didn't matter. What mattered was having a job. Looking back now, I can see by doing that, I've given us a nice, by putting this piece on, I've given us a nice sharp edge. I was going to wait until I'd cut these all out, but I wanted to put that one on. It's so hot and sticky and unpleasant. Anyway, because what would have been helpful was to have someone come alongside, and I don't think they did, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I would have benefited from having someone come alongside me and say, Lee, what do you like to do? What do you want to do? Yeah. So I don't know what age you are, I don't know what age my viewers are. I don't think it really matters, because the question is still valid. What do you want to do? You know, when you wake up tomorrow, what do you want your life to look like? How do you want to feel? I have a number of friends who I personally am very proud of, because they chose following something that they wanted to do over getting advancement that was available in careers that would have been very lucrative. But those careers would have been soul destroying for them. But it's still a tough call, right? Because we are told that the pursuit of money is what life is about. You know, I realise that I'm probably coming across as having a negative view of people who are choosing to spend their working hours making money for whatever reason. And I'm not happy that that's how I'm looking, and I realise that's how I'm sounding. How do you, I mean, and again, I have political views, I have religious views, I have views on how society is best led, views on how the individual should or could lead the life that they most want to lead. But I don't want to turn someone away because we choose to do things differently. You know? That's not my intention at all with any of this. So listen, if I say something that upsets you, then for goodness sake, tell me. Like I say, I may not change what I say, but you can at least allow me to voice the fact that I still want to show you respect. Having a difference of opinion to someone does not mean that you are disrespecting them. It doesn't mean that. It may mean that. That may be what they intend. But I have friends and acquaintances that are very different thinkers to me. And occasionally, yeah, they aggravate me for the way they voice those opinions. But I still love them, and I still cherish them, and I still want them to live happy and fulfilled lives. So listen, if you like the video, consider pressing the like button. If you like what I'm talking about, you like the cut of my jib, consider subscribing. Things are probably going to continue like this for a little while. I may look at other formats as well at some point. But for now, I think this works. It certainly works for me right now. and that's actually important, because this needs to be something that I want to do. Sitting here talking to you. What are we on? 26. Okay. So you've gotten a couple of videos out of me today. I really think I like sitting here talking to you. Yeah, I like your company. I appreciate the fact that you take time in my company. What I've done is I've put some panels down there, one on there, I've done that edge, and it's slowly starting to look a bit more kind of science fiction-y. Yeah. Take time to enjoy what you do. Take time to consider whether what you do is how you want to live. Please put down in the comments. I'm going through my cardboard cutting table and pulling off all the bits that I think I could use for detailing the model later. All the bits that are shaped like that will add something to the detailing. I don't know where I put my pot, where I put these things, but anyway, yeah. It's not often I get to a point where something is completely unusable, but there is a fine line between hoarding all these materials and having a room full of tiny bits of cut cardboard, and being realistic about the fact that I have to live here. Thank you for taking the long way round with me today. Please put down in the comments what one good thing that happened to you today. And yeah, as a takeaway from today, really, I have opinions, I have ideas, I have thoughts of the way things are, and so do you, and that's great, and I want to know what they are, and I want to celebrate with you the fact that you have these opinions. I want you to understand what they are from your own point of view, but the fact that you're different to me is great. That's great. Have a good day.